And welcome back to Edorahn. So, yeah, what's been done since we were last here? Fair amount. Not as much as could have been done. Wasted a lot of time yesterday that I was logged into the server, but just simply didn't do anything. But that obviously didn't stop me from putting up I suppose the first half of the building, the lower half. I expect most of it's going to go up at least another floor, and then a lot of it's going to go up 2 floors, and then maybe some of it will go up a 3rd floor. And there's obviously the foundation of a tall tower here, which is going to go well up. One thing I've been trying to get away from, I'm actually really bad at this in a lot of other builds. I mean, you know, I've been aware of it for a long time, but I've been doing a terrible job of working on it. You see how this building is entirely on the same level. You know, the whole 1st floor is down here, the 2nd floor, and the whole building all up here. It all transitions at the same level. So it's not that interesting to look at as a building. So what I'm trying to do over here is get away from that. This has been helped by the fact that many of these buildings are, well, they were intended to be separate buildings. They're not as separate as they could have been, but that's because of something I recently hit upon in terms of a design philosophy, like in-game, in-world philosophy, how they would approach building. But anyway, despite that, yeah, they're still separate in a way, so it's helped with putting them on different levels, having the floors transition sooner, or building style transition sooner. So yeah, hopefully this building will look interesting and not at all completely messy. I won't really know for certain until I'm a lot further along. I need to go down around at the moment and insert the window frames so that when I'm ready to do the final layer of this floor, yeah, the final layer of this floor is going to be wood trunk, dark wood in fact. And I just need to put the windows in so that I just go around basically, sticking in the wood, and I'll be done with it. It's a little tricky. What I've just been talking about with, in terms of fitting in, you know, putting the buildings on different levels so that the floors transition at different points. It can make it very hard to tell where everything should be. Kind of increases the workload, but you know, that's going to happen. Complexity. What can you do? Complexity increases the workload. This was intentional. I did this overhang like this, and now that I have, I decided to have it transition from the styles, the varying styles I use, sooner than anything else. Anyway, let's crack on and get as much of this done as I can. Get myself an idea about where everything else needs to go. I'm not set yet on where exactly each floor is ending. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this either. This is the stables. Just a small spot. This is one of those things that's not meant to be representative of a practical looking building. that would function as a real stables, but meant to be somewhere that a player in the game could literally just come along and plant it, put their horse for whatever reason, make sure it stays where it's put, doesn't end up roaming around and getting lost or anything along those lines. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I want the roof is going to come forward. It may end up too high, because I want the roof to, well, just keep coming up, basically. But yeah, I think that's way too high, or will be too high for the building. Yeah, it's gonna look silly. Could try it with the half slab, it's probably gonna be better. No, I'll have to wait. I'm getting well too far ahead of myself to see what the rest of the place looks like. I'm not sure. I'm never sure whether to bother filling in the wall in a situation like this. It's like, what for? So I fill in the wall, create a room, and then you've got this silly little bit out here, and it's like, well, why bother? Just leave it open and have one large room. Yeah, I so made a headache for myself in this building. It's like, I put this little bit in to get down so that it was possible to transition from each building to the other without going through an elaborate up-down process. Wow, yeah, I really went for it. So you come... Rooms. There's actually a staircase. Oh, there we go. Staircase here. So you can get all the way back through again. Because then you come down here, and then there's a funnel staircase here. This is horrible. I hate this. If I could do this better, I would be okay. But you can't, because I'll block exit and block the entrance. He said... Let's see. going to work. Pain. It looks slightly better. I may just be trying to fool myself. What was that? It's no good. It looks terrible. Ugh. It's a no-win situation. Once again reminding myself I really need to just press on with what I was actually doing. Solve these things later. Anyway, it looks like a good spot to break for YouTube, editing for YouTube. These videos go up just before I start streaming, so it's twice a week, Sunday and Wednesday. And but yeah, I shall say adieu. And then I shall carry on rambling.